Bulunaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
In this bulletin, Biden sworn in, signs new orders. Fiji will only use certified COVID vaccine. And Fiji Pine claims landowners paid.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Atera Lendua.
Joe Biden has made his first speech from the Oval Office, speaking of the 17 executive actions he plans to take during his first hours as president. He will introduce a coronavirus response coordinator to oversee the distribution of COVID-19 vaccines and medical supplies and rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement, amongst other changes. Earlier today, he took the oath of office, becoming the 46th President of the United States. Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama has welcomed United States President Joe Biden's steps to return the U.S. to the International Paris Agreement. In a tweet, Bainimarama says, from the front lines in Fiji, that commitment can't come soon enough. He says by putting the climate emergency at the core of their administration, Biden and U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris have more than just a chance to bring America back into the Paris Agreement. He says the two leaders can save the planet as we know it. Minister for Economy Ayaz Said Qayyum has indicated that the government is trying its best to access the COVID-19 vaccine. Said Qayyum confirms Fiji will only use a vaccine that is certified by the World Health Organization, as some vaccines used in developed parts of the world don't tick all the boxes. He says many vaccines require 2 doses and others require only 1 jab, adding Fiji's cautious approach is to ensure the right medicine is brought in. Speaking to Suva retailers last night, he urged them to position themselves because once Fijians are vaccinated and borders open, they should be ready to attract visitors.
The vaccines, we will get the vaccines. Of course, it's our issue to deal with the issue of when it will come. And of course, from our perspective, we want it yesterday. Some of the vaccines require to be stored at minus 16 degrees Celsius, and others, are quite happy at room temperature between +2 to +8 degrees Celsius.
Fiji Pine claims that pine landowners in Bua have been paid off by private companies who want access to overplanted pine areas. Chief Executive Vimlesh Kumar says landowners who are opposed to Fiji Pine harvesting the excess pine trees have received illegal goodwill payments. Kumar maintains that the overplanted pine remain the property of Fiji Pine, and efforts are being made to reach an agreement with aggrieved landowners.
TLTB has actually stated quite clearly that accepting money from any private party or any private sawmill paying money directly or making any sort of deals with the landowners directly, that's illegal.
There are over 268 hectares of overplanted pine in Bua. The unsupervised use of mobile phones with minors is a serious issue that needs to be looked at. Wolatambo Group Chief Executive Kalesi Wolatambo says some parents are using smartphones as a babysitting tool. Wolatambo believes this is a gateway for someone else who is waiting to tempt and entice children. She adds minors at times access porn sites and get to know about drugs through smartphones.
If you actually sit there and you play the cartoon or something with the kids, when they're watching the YouTube, half of the time it actually goes to a porn site if you're not careful.
The South Pacific Stock Exchange recorded 260 new investors in 2020. Chief Executive Pritesh Prasad says the total value of the exchange's listed entities recorded a fall of 15.77%, closing at $3.47 billion. He adds that despite the most rapid economic downturn in recent times due to the pandemic, more young people are looking to invest. Prasad says they continue to engage both traditional media and online platforms to educate the public and investors on understanding the opportunities and risks of investing in Fiji's stock market.
On the flip side, we did have certain investors who had surplus cash with them, so they actually took advantage of the falling share prices and they actually came into the market and ended up investing, extending their investment portfolio, and that actually gives them a edge over where they were able to buy low and actually will be able to sell at a higher price in years to come when the prices bounce back.
Up ahead, Touch Fiji selects elite players. And Lautoka football gears up for 2021 season.
Oira na ngone no de nunu enda be singe ni mataka.
Mersi sunge da kena loma dina kena be karon.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina no na baksa ngai ka wala loma taki na ngone. Dala bina oya wo meliki.
Bulre oya wo Samuel Samuli.
Nama kiki rau enda be mataka.
Boniti kena bakarombuka.
Ni wai tini kalima na miniti me ona kina tini na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji One na ndomo ibiti.
Pinda pinda na mataka. Dan ramai na singabo.
Touch Rugby Fiji has selected 200 elite players, some with the potential to make it to the 2023 World Cup. The players were selected from a number of trials held last season in the Western, Central and Eastern divisions. President Tebi Tamau says as they look towards 2023, they will test the players in upcoming competitions.
That's a pool that we got to start harnessing and sort of, probably preparing. Because the next tier of competition that emanates out of that is whereby they will be stepping into state of origin, and that is not happening this year but next year, which is stemming off our elite competition.
Local manufacturer Paradise Beverages is aiming to play a major role in the development of rugby in the country. This company will be sponsoring 14 local sevens tournaments that will help identify and churn out new talent. Sales and marketing manager Joseph Roden says last year they sponsored a total of 10 sevens tournaments, and this has shown positive returns.
A classical example is the Taviuni Sevens tournament. In the Taviuni Sevens tournament, I estimated that people that went to that tournament from Viti Levu and Vano Levu took about $500,000 to that island of Taviuni, which is an investment which naturally will help the economy of Taviuni. And for us doing this, it will naturally help the economy of the country.
Lautoka football coach Tangi Wanolange has been racking his brains over getting the right combination. With Lambasa midfielder Antonio Tuivuna, Nandi player Afraz Ali, Ba goalkeeper Nisiwani Nairumbe, and Suvers Beniamino Matei Nangara and Sairusi Nalombu joining the Blues, the task became even harder. Felipe Naikaso has more.
The former Nasino coach is still overwhelmed with the crop of players he has since joining Lautoka.
First time for me to coach an elite squad. I'm always on development side, developing boys from senior division to now Nasino last year. There's a lot of development, but this is another level. This is where players are much more superior.
Lautoka have been holding 2 training sessions per day as they want players to gel well ahead of their first game. But with big names in the side, there's also a lot of expectations from the team.
For this year, we have told Tangi that we want to at least win a tournament and be on the top 3 in the national league. So he's working towards that. Yeah.
Only a few weeks remain for the 2021 season to kick off and Coach Stangi has demanded more effort from his players.
Trying to have a good set of backline where we can defend well, where we can do a good transition in attack and go back to defense. This is one area that I've seen one of the weaknesses in this Lautoka team.
Lautoka play Navua in the opening match of the Vodafone National League at the Uprising Sports Center on the 7th of next month. Philippa Naikaso, FBC Sports.
Cristiano Ronaldo created history today after becoming the all-time top goal scorer in football. This after he scored for Juventus in their clash against Napoli in the Italian Super Cup final. Ronaldo now has 760 goals in his career and is only bound to extend that record as he continues to shine at the summit of the World football. Only Lionel Messi looks capable of surpassing his record. The Barcelona and Argentina superstar has 715 career goals for club and country, but has played just under 150 games fewer so far, and being 2 years Ronaldo's junior, has time on his side. There's a chance of late afternoon showers and thunderstorms with heavy downpour at times. The forecast for tomorrow is for cloudy periods with some showers. That's FBC News Now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For news you can trust, get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj. Take care and good afternoon.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही हैं।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।